Now we have we talked about factorials earlier at the very beginning. We talked about how we have these numbers being multiplied in a very special way. Now here we have this. We have to simplify this factorials. Now I'm going to show you two ways of simplifying. There's a long way, and there's a smart way. I'll show you the long way first. So what is 7 factorial? We say, oh, 7 factorial, it's 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. And 5 factorial, it's 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. And then you can just go ahead and simplify them. So you get a number 42. It's a bit time consuming, but it's nonetheless very much correct when you do this. So that's a long way. Well, what is the smart way? So let me change the color, change to green so that you know it's smarter. So what's the smart way? This is the smart way. 7 times 6 times. Instead of writing all the 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1, just write down 5 factorial. And the bottom, just keep it as 5 factorial. And there you go. And all you have is just 7 times 6. Still equals to 42. So you need to know why we have the long way and why we have the smarter way. They are equivalent. Okay, one of them you could write a little bit less. Okay, so if we can take what we just did over here and apply it for part B, we're like, oh, so how can we do it in a smarter way? Well, we have 79 factorial, and I'm not going to write down 79 times 78 times 77 all the way. I mean, that again, it will kill some trees. But we can do this. The denominator is just 80 times 79 factorial. And the reason why we do this, because we can cancel out the 79 factorial, and then we have 1 over 80 as the simplified answer. It's very straightforward. Very straightforward here. Now, the biggest challenge is how we deal with something like n and n plus 2. Now, so the way you think about this is you have n, you have n, and then n plus 1, and then n plus 2, and then n plus 3, and so forth. And then if you go to the other side, you have n minus 1, n minus 2. So that's the kind of thinking you have here. Okay, so if you think about this, this n factorial, you can just leave it as n factorial. But for the denominator, you will have n plus 2 times n plus 1 times n factorial. Okay? Because if you keep going, it'd be like n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3. It would keep going, and they would look exactly the same for the numerator and the rest of the denominator. So 1 over n plus 2 times n plus 1, and you can just leave it like this as your answer. So this is a simplified version of it. Okay.